get started now officially. So welcome everybody. It's Pia speaking. So I'm highly excited about our call tonight, where it's all about how to get customers, how to keep customers. And he who we have as a main speaker tonight, he actually has customers far away from him. So it's quite interesting to listen today to him. How can he connect with these people, get them on the products, and can keep them on the products? And he has developed his business from a member, obviously, and wasn't sure about starting really the business, but then all of a sudden he got the inspiration and he decided full time, and now he's giving his everything, just qualified the previous month before to the supervisor level. He has in the meantime 25 customers. He has 6 members. From these 6 members, if I'm right, 1 is a senior consultant and 1 is already on a supervisor level. So he's moving now very, very fast. So I just recommend each one of you take good notes. And at the end, we will open up for questions. So then you can basically bring up all your questions you have, whatever he brings up tonight. I have seen the presentation. I, by myself, sitting here with pen and paper, I want to take notes. So you never learn enough, doesn't matter on which level you are. So welcome to everybody. We are in for a special treat, so listen very carefully and give him a warm welcome to our international supervisor, all the way from Johannesburg, Frederick Fischer, or we call him FC. Welcome, FC. Woo!
Woo! Thank you very much for that warm welcome. So yeah, no, super amped to do this, and I just qualified for my NutriBullet today. Yes, finally, yeah, it's really awesome to get that. Awesome. All right, yeah, cool. All right, so I started with Herbalife, the products. Look, I've been on Herbalife products for about a year now, and then 3 months ago, I decided just to take the business full time. I was working flat out in my corporate job, and it was 6 days a week. I got a holiday once a year, work public holidays, and I just feel it really wasn't on. So, and my fiance was doing so well in the business, so I decided, well, I mean, if she can do like that in a couple of months, just imagine what we can do if I put the same amount of effort in my corporate world, just shift my focus. So it's really been working out well. I signed up, like I said, over a year ago. So I had a couple of people underneath me with my family that joined up, and they started just buying products for themselves. So I already had my downline volume. I basically had my 2,000 downline volume, and I just had to. I had the 1 month for my year qualification to get to supervisor, and I needed 1,146 personal purchase volume points. So, and that was in 1 month, and managed to hit it. Really just looked up to my fiance what she did, and just that. I mean, it's really, you must just stick to the basics and really just keep it simple, because when you try and overcomplicate things, you're really just wearing yourself out, because the basics work extremely well. Trust me, I know. So I ended up doing 1,186 volume points that month, qualified for my supervisor qualification. I sent out 11 12 packs, and 9 of those customers upgraded. So very happy with that, and it was very successful. All right, yeah, next slide. All right, so how I get customers, Maloska, my fiance and I watched a lot of videos of different people. So people like Garen Jones and Tara, and a lot of other distributors that's quite up there, and the methods that they show. And actually everyone just comes up with the same basic method. It's really just use, wear, talk. That is, there's a couple of extra methods, obviously, like the boot camp and shake parties and all of that. But the 3 basic ones is really just use, wear, talk, and it works extremely well. So we watched a lot of videos on how to do it, and I started just doing that. I started posting on social media when I quit my job, and basically using the products and all of that, and people started noticing that I'm consistent with using the products every morning. I go for walks. I started getting up earlier. So, and people really started responding to that. A lot of my friends started coming back to me, asking me what I'm doing. So I started talking, just told them about that. Posted selfies of the products, like I said, and the different shakes we were making and exercising, all of that. Wearing the badge, it really, really works extremely well. If you haven't gotten really a lot of hits and wearing your badge, don't give up. It took me 2 months in this business before I got my very first hit on my badge. But when that hit came, I mean, then it just got practice, how to speak to the people and how to reply to them once they asked me about my badge. And I just got better and better and better to the point where now it's probably one of my biggest methods. We go down to a restaurant just to go sit there. And when people ask us about our badge, we're so confident in what we're saying because I've had so much practice already that we don't end up speaking to that one person, but people actually get up from their tables to come hear what we're saying. So they can just see the energy that you're transferring into it. Another way, Garen Jones is very, very big on this, the 100 names list. Now, it wasn't, for me, the 100 names list wasn't so much about getting customers. Like you said, it was more about planting seeds, but as well as growing myself, really just getting out of my comfort zone and just stepping out there. That was really what was about, getting uncomfortable. If you were at the LDW training, you would have heard it a lot, where Karen Smith said, just get uncomfortable. And it is really, really one of the best things that I've done. Because I can't say that I've sold a hell of a lot of products out there to people with my 100 names list, but it's given me so much confidence on how to speak to people. Because with my 100 names list, I spoke to people that I spoke a couple of words to 9 years ago, and just how to start a conversation. But it's actually such a blessing in disguise just for figuring out what everyone is doing. And I actually found out so many people that live around me that wanted to lose weight or started to exercise. I mean, so it wasn't like, yes, I do Herbalife, get in there. It's literally all about just planting a seed. Listen, if I can give you a quick rundown, what I did is I generally just wanted to find out about them and what they were doing, how they're going about their life today. And usually when I ended off the conversation, I would be like, listen, if I do Herbalife, obviously, because you ask them, what are you doing? Automatically, they're going to ask you, what are you doing? I just said, I'm a health coach now, quit the corporate world, blah, blah, blah. At the end of my conversation, I just said, if you know of anyone that wants to get healthy, gain some muscle or lose some weight, you know who to send them to. And that's it. That's where I ended my conversation. And I've had people till today now that actually are like, all right, I'm ready now. Let's go for this. So the 100 names list really, really works extremely well. Not so much about getting customers, but just growing yourself and getting out of your comfort zone. It really, really works. Try it. Trust me. All right. Like I said, we got out of the house. For the first month, we sat a lot inside the house and just posted on social media. It really got in the first month, it boomed. But then on the second month, it started slowing down. So we figured out, we need to get out there and people need to see us and they need to see what we're about and they need to see the badge. So we just started to go to a restaurant, sit down, order a cup of hot water with lemon and honey, and we just poured up a Herbalife tea and aloe in there, put the products on the tables, and people started approaching us. So when you get out there, they always say you can't fish if you don't have the line in the water. So go out there where the people are, because they will approach you, they will see your badge. And don't worry so much about nailing them on the spot there, but it's more practice. You're going to get better at it. Most of my customers that I know are friends. So it was really, really easy. You'll hear a lot about they say, like, approach your peers, people that you know, because you're comfortable with them. So family, friends, you don't really have to worry. You're not really holding back anything you want to say. You can speak a lot more openly and freely with them, and they know where you're coming from. So it's a really, really good way to start attracting first people, and they really intend to support you, and they get their minds blown by these amazing products. And then ask for referrals. It really, really works a lot. Look, I've asked a lot for referrals. I haven't got anything yet, but again, it's planting a seed. Eventually in time, it will start returning. So don't worry so much about getting stuff now at the moment. Just plant a seed and stuff will grow. And eventually when you need it the most, it will come through. All right, next slide.
Quick question, FC, if I can ask there already. You said about wearing the badge. What do you say when people ask you about the badge?
All right, so my badge says we made our own custom badges. It says if you want to gain energy or lose fat, ask me now. So basically, the first thing that I say is it's the best thing ever, and it's the easiest thing ever. You literally just change your breakfast, and then I tell them a bit about my story. Like I was extremely underweight, low on energy. Used these products for a week long. My energy completely changed. Over that, a couple of months down the line, I felt that my muscle was growing. Took things seriously. I'm 10 kilograms up now and more than 12% body fat down. So when would you like to start? It's as easy as that. So it's more we say it's not really about what you say, but it's about the energy that you put behind it and the excitement that you put behind it. People respond to energy. You know, I've always said that I think the one reason why Gareth Jones is so successful is not really about the products that he's selling, but it's this energy that he has behind this. People are buying into his energy, and that is why he's flourishing so quickly in this business. So yeah, that's basically what I say.
Thank you.
All right, what do I do? I start most of my people with a 3-day trial. Look, I've started, this is just for me personally. I think it works differently for everyone, but for me, especially because all my people are mostly away, I stopped doing the 6-day trial because the turnaround time is a bit too long for me. So with a 3-day trial, I feel like I'm getting results a bit quicker and people are more on top of it and the energy is there on the spot. So they really, really get results quick and they're into this thing. Where with the 6-day trial, it kind of like feels like it's dragging out for me and my turnaround time is not that quick. So that is just for me. Like I said, try it out. Otherwise, I've heard a lot of people say the 6-day trial worked for them perfectly. So it's just independent how each one chooses it. All right, so because my customer is not really close to me, like I said, I'm from the Free State, so most of them are in the Free State or in Cape Town. I've got some friends that's overseas as well. So what we did, we made videos on how to make the shakes and the tea and how to take measurements. It's just easier because even if you sit with someone in front of you and you tell them, take some yogurt, throw this much in, throw water, throw the shake, they just call you afterwards and they ask you, look, I can't remember. So what we found is we made these videos and we sent these videos to everyone. So they can really just go back on the videos. We made a video of how to make one with a lactose-free milk and then how to make one with yogurt. And then in the video, we say you can play around, basically show them exactly the quantities that we use, but it's all up to personal preference. But we just find it's a lot easier for them when they see the actual video in front of them, how to make this stuff. They really just buy into that instead of talking to them over the phone the whole time about doing this, doing that. When they have a video to see that, it's a lot easier. And it's personal. Like it feels like you're really like putting effort in to do this. It's not you're just trying to make a sale. You're actually really, really buying into them and helping them to get the best results possible. And it's a big thing to be different. We haven't heard of anyone who does the videos, but I can tell you now, it really, really works great. Look, I'm not going to say that everyone that we send the videos to knows exactly how to do. We still get people to ask us, like, yes, but should I add water? Like, just go back to the video. That's what we sent the video. So we still get those people, but most of them actually do watch the videos and they really buy into it. So it really, really works well, especially with people that's far away from me. Send WhatsApps every morning to when they're on their trial. So we have, I think everyone has different slides for each day in the trial. So every morning, 6 o'clock when I wake up, I send a good morning, hope you have an amazing day, first day of the trial or second day of the trial. Send me a photo of your shake, and then in the afternoon, I'll ask them again how they're feeling, what they made their shake with, if they have any questions. Just really ask questions to them. And I think that it's not about being annoying, asking every 5 questions, but just ask the right questions. Then they will really respond to that. So in the mornings, how did you make your shake? How does it taste for you? In the afternoon, how do you feel? Do you have any questions? And then at night, I'll ask them again, so how was your first day or how was your second day? Just follow up with them because they really see that you have interest in them. It's not just about selling. You're really sharing and you caring about their results. So make a client broadcast group on WhatsApp. So all of my customers that upgrade, and I used to do it with everyone that bought a trial, but then it just gets really, really out of hand. So it's a lot of customers. So what I do is with everyone that upgrades now from a trial, I made a broadcast group in my WhatsApp, and then I put them all there. So every day I'll send them an inspiring message. So I'll just go online, get a quote or something. I mean, everyone has Facebook. There's so many inspiring quotes on Facebook. Literally just copy a picture, write a nice little inspiring message, something positive, and just send it to that one broadcast group, and then it goes to all your customers. It really just keeps a connection with them, so you're in their face the whole time and they remember about you. Ask questions. It's really, if you ask someone enough questions, they'll basically tell you exactly what they want. I've really, Bia explained this to us. If you just ask questions every single time, and you will get to that one point where they're like, all right, this is what I need to do. Instead of over verbal diarrhea, just speaking about the product, speaking about this, and you're telling them a lot of information that sometimes they don't want to hear, and then it just confuses them completely. So if you ask the right questions, you can answer to those questions specifically, and it just gets everything down to the point. Show them you care about what they are trying to achieve. So, like I said, ask them about their goals, and then follow up with them. How are you feeling? Have you lost any weight? Do you feel that your clothes are sitting any tighter? Really just show interest in what they are trying to achieve. Then again, you're breaking away from the whole sales, if I can put it like that, and it's more about caring about them, and are they getting results, and are they achieving their goals. Also, be straight with them. Don't give them false hope. I think obviously, because weight loss is such a big thing, we have how many people that ask you, like, how long is it going to take for me to lose 50 kilograms? Everyone wants to drop a 50 kilograms in a week. So don't give them false hope. Tell them, listen here, we are literally, your body is healing itself. So if you drop weight too quickly, it's going to come back twice as fast, and you're going to struggle to get it off again. So rather, let's do a process. Let's feed your body the nutrition that it needs, and everything will happen by itself. Consistency is the whole key. So the slower it goes, the longer it will stay off anyway. So fast is not always good. That is one line that we use that works very, very good. When you tell them if they're going to drop the weight too quickly, they're just going to pick it up way, way faster than that. So, and anyway, your skin starts sagging and hanging. So it's really not a good thing to drop weight very quickly. Slow and steady is the go. Really, it works very, very well. So don't give them false hope. Just tell them exactly what they're in for. All right, things to remember. So get a diary and write when they start, basically when they start their trial pack and when they finish, or the same with the challenge. So it really just keeps track. So I'll say if someone starts a trial on Monday, I'll automatically write in my diary that they finish the Wednesday. Because sometimes, with customers and you're so busy, you sometimes forget about things. And especially with the challenges as well, I think it works a lot better there. I felt where at my customers, when they come, basically, if they do a 21-day challenge, at the 20th day, I'm sending them a message. How are you doing? You should be almost done with your challenge. So they actually see that you're tracking with them. It's not really just about, again, sales. You're actually really caring about them. And it's also a good way to see if they're actually using the products correctly. Because I have customers that bought a 30-day challenge by me, but they're going on their month 2 now already on that 30-day challenge. So it just shows me that they're not really using the products correctly. So if they do come back, but yes, this and this and this, I can track back and say, all right, but you bought this much, you should have more or less been finished here, and you're not finished with it yet. So you're skipping in between somewhere. And follow up with them. I'm not blabbing them that they're not doing it right. It's fine. They go on their pace, but at least I have a point to stand on, and I know exactly when they're supposed to finish if you track with them. Post regularly on social media. Always be positive. If you go back on my social media post on my page, since I've started with Herbalife, you will not find one negative thing on my page. Not one. Every single little thing is positive. Right? We as Herbalife people are all about positivity. So it does not help you get into negative stuff and post one day about how big your hangover is and the next day how good you feel. It really just doesn't add up. So always be positive and be what you are about. Show people, because people are watching you. I have how many customers that, if I can take Nicolene, she messaged me 2 days ago. she told me, like, I can see what a difference mentally and physically this has done to you. And I haven't even spoken to her. So people are watching you on social media, even though you don't think it, they are really watching you. And as soon as you post something negative, I can promise you the effect is going to be 3 times as worse. They are really just going to like, yes, I thought that was the story. So always, always, always be positive. Um, don't always post the same things. So try and mix things up a little bit. So not every day post a photo of making a chocolate shake, going for a walk. You're basically a daily routine. So do it once a week and then during the day, because I mean, your life is not all about Herbalife. Herbalife is in your life. So post about your life. Look, I'm a big Christian, so I have a lot of godly things that goes on my social media. I have a lot of Herbalife stuff that goes on my social media. I have a lot of positive stuff that goes on my social media. What we basically do in a day, it's more about my life. Herbalife is just in my life. So don't make your life around Herbalife. Really just mix it up, because people really start getting annoyed if you just post the same kind of stuff all the time. All right, then post your results and results of different people. Look, for me, it was a muscle gain. That was my result. But not everyone wants to gain muscle. My fiance lost weight, so I can post the result as well. Someone else had massive increases in energy. So if you kind of like hit all the targets, you'll get all the different type of people. Instead of if you're just all about weight loss, you're missing such a big market out there, because Herbalife is not about weight loss. I mean, we're about such a wide variety of stuff. And if you can hit every single little point with all the different people's results, you'll get a much bigger customer base. I mean, I have so many customers that just wants to gain energy, wants to gain muscle, lose weight, because I'm really just hitting every single little area there. And trust me, there is really not a shortage of results on the internet. If you just type in Herbalife results, you'll be blown away what you can find on there. Don't get involved in arguments again. So that kind of goes with always being positive. It's really, I had someone that commented on my thing a while ago that no, Herbalife doesn't work, and he tried it, and best way is just to grow your own veggies and all of that. I really felt like responding. I mean, I think we all have that urge, but at the end of the day, I'm sitting with results, and I have tens of thousands of people behind me standing with results. And it's someone with an argument is definitely not going to tell someone off with a testimony. You can argue as much as you want. At the end of the day, I'm sitting here with a testimony, so no one is going to shift my focus. The best thing is what I did is I just deleted his comments off my social media. I mean, if he wants to ask me something or get into arguments, he can basically send me a private message, and I will explain to him there. But don't do the whole out there on your page having an argument there for everyone to see. Just rather keep that stuff off your page. Like I said, delete the comment, or again, as we all learn about the trainings, just I don't know about that, and give them some facts. Don't take too long to respond to new customers or new prospects. This is the thing that I've actually learned now quite recently. I've had 2 people that messaged me a previous day, and I had such a hectic day that I couldn't respond to them, that I only responded to them the next day, and they didn't even reply to my messages. So it's quite crucial. Even when I was selling cars, they tell you that you literally have a 24-hour window period. It's actually a lot smaller now. It's something like 12 hours or something like that now. So if someone sends you a lead, don't just wait it out until you have some time. It's best thing, if you can't reply to them immediately, maybe just say to them, listen, I'm just quickly busy, but I'll get back to you in a couple of minutes. But remember, I mean, if you take too long on that lead, they will wash away. Trust me, I've happened with me twice now, just last week. It's not like it was months ago, it's just last week. So try to respond to your customers as quickly as possible when they ask, because they're in that moment, they're in that energy, they're in that emotion. So you must grab them while they're still there, because if you wait too long, they're just going to drift away. Then never judge a book by its cover. You'll be so surprised the kind of people that actually buy the products and don't buy the products. Like, I've had 70% of the people that I thought, like, they're not struggling with money, they can do this, and they're actually the ones delaying. And I've had waitresses that work like at Food Lovers Market. I've got this one guy. I did a trial with him. He had, we were sitting and eating food. He read my badge. We sold him a trial. He ripped out the money immediately. After 3 days, went back to him, told him, this is what it costs to upgrade. Great. Gave him my banking details, and he's starting. I mean, eventually we want to get him to a meeting. I saw him today. We're going to get him to a meeting on Wednesday to see if he wants to start with a business. But I mean, you'll put someone in a category like that, like they don't really have money. I mean, they live out in the outskirts. They're looking for saving their money for somewhere else. It's really, do not judge a book by its cover, because you will be so surprised with the type of people that actually understand the value of nutrition and invest into it. So talk to everyone exactly the same. All right. Never take a no personally. Like I said, it's so many. When people say no to you, it's not you. It's nothing to do with you. They will come back eventually. If you were at the LDW training, Karen Smith always said, "No is not no for all, forever." We see so many of our social media posts where customers that said no to her 3 years ago is actually coming back, and now they're full on and they're onto the product. So just keep being you, keep being what you are about. They will eventually come back. Don't take it personally if they say no. People's mindset is not always just the same to adapt to change and to hit it. So just say, as Garen Jones always says, just say, all right, bro, I love you, but there's so many other people that I have to help. So whenever you're ready, I'll still be here. All right, next slide.
I'm on it.
Yeah. All right. Introducing the business. All right. Talk to people about the business opportunity behind it. You never know who needs it. Really, it's if I can put it, and also don't force the business onto anyone. Just plant a seed. You can see a lot in someone's body language. You start talking about the business, how they react to the business, if they're really interested or if they kind of like break away. If you see they're kind of like losing interest, maybe just cut it off there and just tell them, all right, but the opportunity is there. You got my number. So whenever you want to check it out, let me know. We can go to a meeting and I can show you more about it. Or if you see that someone is really interested in the business and they're really paying attention to what you're saying, I mean, then you can go more into depth to it. So just look at people's body language, and because a lot about their body language will tell you exactly what they're thinking and how interested they are into it. Big thing, get them to a meeting, because at a meeting they really just see the bigger picture. It's a lot better if they can see it from different people with different backgrounds, that they've made it and how they've done it, and they really just see the bigger picture there, instead of looking at one person and you just explaining to them what happened to you. So if you have a group of people that basically have the same outcome but so many different backgrounds, they really just see the bigger picture behind it. Talk to people at the meeting on different ways to introduce the business. So if I can put it away, I've got a customer that works at Crazy Store, and she really doesn't have a lot of money. So I spoke to Bridget. She's very good in this area, and she gave me a couple of methods to do this. I spoke to my customer, and she's been doing it. And I mean, she got a first trial pack for a customer. She's done. I went to go speak to her today to find out how it went. She already has more customers lined up. So really speak to people at the meetings in different ways to incorporate the business, because they really have a lot of knowledge, especially the people at the top. Well, not even at the top, but I mean on the way making it there. Because obviously they're doing something right, and everyone is doing something different. The major things are more or less the same, but there's always this little nugget that everyone is doing something different that really just gets to people. And if you talk to them and find out all this information, you can really just nail every point of that, and it will really make your business grow so much faster, and people will really adapt to you. Do it in your own way. Don't sound like you're reading off a script. That's more where all practice comes in. Jordan Belfort, he's if you know the Wolf of Wall Street, he's the actual guy from Wolf of Wall Street. He said the only way that you get from consciously competent to unconsciously competent is through practice. That is the only way. So you just got to keep on doing it and keep on doing it and keep on doing it. eventually you will do it so easily and you will do it at such confidence that you won't even sound like you trying to remember everything. Everything will just flow out, and people really buy into that when they see that you really care and it's coming out of a good emotion, instead of trying to remember what you wrote down here or what this person said here. But like I said, the first couple of times it's going to be hard, but you just got to keep on practicing. Eventually you will get good at it. Try all of the methods and see which one works the best for you. So look, like I said, we tried bootcamp. We've handed out flyers. We did surveys, social media. We're trying to like nail every spot and see like where we're most comfortable and where we're getting the most hits from. So it really, really works. Instead of just going in one area and working there, try a couple of areas, see which one works the best for you. When you get your flow, that's the one that you hit. You concentrate extremely hard on. There's nothing wrong. I mean, we still hand out flyers and we still do surveys here and there, but it's a lot less. We've seen that the bootcamp works really, really well for us, so we put a lot of energy in the bootcamp. We see that social media really works well for us, so we really put a lot of effort into that. So you'll see where you get the most hits from, because that's obviously where you're the most comfortable in. And then you can just nail those spots and just grow a lot on them. But nothing wrong with the other methods. I mean, we hand out flyers. We handed out something like, I think 50 or 70 flyers, and we got one response for it. But it was all right, because, I mean, we didn't really have a lot to do that day, so it kind of filled in the gap, and we got a hit from it. So there's nothing wrong with those small little things, but find your flow and focus most of your energy on that and grow in that area. Then ask for help. We have a panel of such amazing people, and they are really just full of this information that they want to give you. That's the one thing that I love about this business. You can walk up to any millionaire and they will literally sit you down, grab a pen and paper, and they will tell you everything. We are literally the only business in the whole world that you can do that. I mean, if you go to any other corporate company, you'll be lucky even to get a meeting with the CEO, never mind take a phone call. So this is literally the business that everyone is so full of knowledge, and they have all these different methods, and they just want to explain it to you, because everyone at the top wants everyone at the bottom to be where they are. So ask for help. Don't be afraid. You'll be so surprised with the simple, basic things that they can say that you think don't work. If I can give an example, my fiance was stuck for a bit, and she spoke to her upline, and she said to her, well, go back to what you did in the beginning and try that again. And we thought, it's actually such a simple thing, and we don't really know if it's going to work. And she did that, and she got over 40 hits just on that one thing that she did in the beginning. So again, back to basics, and really just ask for help, because people really, really can help you. And then keep it simple. Don't try to complicate it. We have quite a lot of people, not a lot of people, but we have someone in our downline that really, she complicates things a lot, and she wants to do this or do that and do that before she starts with anything. But we tell her, it's so simple. I mean, if you look at our bootcamp, basically, we wanted to go buy lights and go buy a Bluetooth speaker and do this and make it all good. But I mean, just spend money, unnecessary money. But we thought, we don't have time for that now. So we grabbed the car, we parked it outside there, put a USB in there, played some music, and used the lights of the car and this random piece of fuel there next to the road. And I mean, people are loving it. They came back to us and it's so much fun, because it really feels home. It's not really like a gym thing. They're having a lot more fun than they're actually having exercise, if I can put it like that. Exercise is just a byproduct, but everyone is having so much fun. And that's why it's actually growing at such a rapid rate now. So keep things simple, because the whole thing you got to remember is when people want to join into the business, you have to keep it duplicatable. Because if you're going to make it too hard, people are not going to do it. Anyone can grab their car, go park it anywhere, and start exercising. So just really, really keep it simple. You'll find that people really buy into that, and they really get off their feet also a lot easier. All right. I think I'm almost done. All right. In conclusion, again, keep it simple. All right. And then make it your own. Like I said, find your flow and hammer on that. You'll see you'll grow in that. Don't be too strict on yourself in the beginning. It takes practice. My first client, look, I've had a great inspiration next to me that I can really see how she did it, so I can really lead off her. But at the end of the day, my flow is not the same as hers. So I'm kind of like finding my own groove now, but it came through practice. I had a lot of people that said no to me. A lot of, like, when someone asked me on my badge for the first time, I kind of like, I don't know what to say. But the more they asked, the more practice I got, and the more everything just started to flow out. And eventually to where I am now, if someone asks me, I can fluently just hit it on the spot, but practice. Show people that you care about them and their well-being. You hear it all the time that we're not about selling, we're about sharing. So when you really show people that you care and they can see the sincerity in your eyes, they will buy into you. I can promise you. That people can feel the energy. You can feel when it's just a sales tactic, or if someone is really, really concerned about your well-being and really, really just wants to help you. Again, ask for help. We have a great upline of people that with so much knowledge, and they want to help you. So ask. Do not be afraid to ask. Focus most on growing yourself. I really, really put a lot of effort in personal development, because I feel when I grow myself, it creates that ripple effect. Everyone in my downline and everyone that I speak to can feel it, because they can, especially on social media as well. I focus a lot on exercising and really just growing myself and growing myself mentally. And over the years of time, I mean, you'll be blown away what you post on social media, how you've grown mentally and physically, and how people notice that. And they will definitely hit you up. Trust me. It's happened to me multiple times. Push yourself out of your comfort zone. So like I said, the 100 names list was one way for me to get myself uncomfortable. If I can give you something, I didn't write down 100 names. I went through Facebook, through all my people. I wrote down 100 names. I didn't get into it immediately. It took me 3 days to start with that 100 names list. It was really such a uncomfortable thing for me, because I mean, like I said, some of these people I haven't spoken to in over 9 years, and now all of a sudden I'm asking them, how are they doing? So, but the first 5 people was really, really hard. But after that, when people just respond and they're like really interested as well, it just happens. It just really grows. Like I've always said, the thing that you're fearful of the most is the area that you will flourish in the most. And really just push yourself beyond it, because I can promise you, you will be so shocked in what you're capable of if you really just try it and just put yourself out there. People buy from people. Don't be a robot. So like I said, that is the only way, is grow on yourself and practice. Eventually you will get it right. It's the only way that it happens, is practice. And if you care about people, like I said, people will see the sincerity in your eyes. You could be holding the thing in your hands that people have been waiting for. If I can give you quite an example, I have a lady that she had cancer 7 years ago, and it's just been going worse and worse and worse. She hasn't been getting better. And we went to a customer that we actually signed up. She sells this Slender Wonder, and she was speaking to this doctor there, and she was saying, you know, she was crying because she just was so desperate to lose weight, but she couldn't do anything because she can't go into this program, because obviously with the hormones and everything. And I just overheard her, and I went to go speak to her, and I introduced her to the product. She's actually on her 3rd week now. She sent us a voice note a week ago, and she said, because she goes for monthly checkups to the doctor, and the doctor was dancing around. She said she still sent us a voice note. Was dancing around the table because for the first time in 7 years, her body is healing. She's in remission, so the cancer is going backwards. So really, you have no idea what we are holding in our hands, and people really could benefit from this. So if you just let go, push yourself, and just speak about it, you'll never know. You could change someone's life so dramatically, like you have no idea. So if I can put it in brackets, don't be selfish. All right. Then always be humble. Look, we don't get big-headed. Speak from humility. It was someone that introduced you to this product with a humble way. So always, just always be humble. Don't come out of pride, because people can really see if you start being prideful. Just drop that. Just be humble. That's it. And the best of all, just have some fun, because this business is really a lot of fun. I post this on social media. Like what company allows you to wake up and have chocolate for breakfast and you can lose weight and gain energy? It's absolutely incredible. So really, this company is a lot of fun, but you have to make it fun out of your own. If you're going to be all about the numbers and all about the sales, it's really just going to bite you in the arse. Focus on the people and just show them that you want to help them and you're having fun doing it. People will buy into that. All right, next slide. Right, I think now I've got the three quotes. All right, this is the quote that I heard at the LDW that really stuck with me. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care about them. And that is really true. When you care about people, they can feel that. Again, when you treat customers right, they come back and they tell others. So always treat them right. Always show them love. Even if they say no, give them love and just move on. They will eventually come back. Don't worry about failures. Worry about the chances you miss, even if you don't try. Sorry, I'll go off here. So yeah, don't worry about your failures. Worry about the chances you miss if you don't try. So again, get out of your comfort zone, because you will be amazed at what you can do if you just put yourself out there. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.
Fantastic, absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much, FC. I opened in the meantime everybody's microphone, so if you have questions. But before we go into 2 or 3 questions, I just want to make a quick disclaimer. You know that we don't make any medical claims. So if you have heard now, I've seen talking about that the cancer got better. We don't advertise anything like that at all. We under-promise and over-deliver. And when we just have good nutrition, okay? So don't even go down that road. This lady started because she wanted to lose weight, and the side effect is basically that they can see now that it has a good positive development also in her health, which is absolutely beautiful, but never ever promise something like that. Okay, I know that you meant this, FC, so I just wanted to make clear, because we have brand new people and we are recording the call, that everything is clear about that. Questions? Who has a question?
I want to know what he does with the lady that he says is working at. Well, how did you manage to get her to do the business when you say that she doesn't have a lot of income? How do you deal with a customer like that?
All right. So, like I said, I went to go speak to Bridget. So Bridget gave me a good tip. She said what she does, which obviously this lady did the trial and she lost, I think 11.5 centimeters on the trial all around. And so Bridget gave me the tip to make a collage. So she takes a photo of her results and then obviously a photo of the Herbalife and a photo of her, makes a nice collage and just share it on social media and just tag everyone in it. And just put there, lost so much centimeters in 3 days, energy's gone up, I feel amazing, ask me how. And that's just one of the ways that we get it out there. Another way to do it to get income quickly is what she did is she bought a trial pack and then she made the shakes independently and sold them like that. So she can have a bit of income flow until she can buy the bigger products. But I'd say the collage on social media was the big one. She says she's doing really, really good with that. She's getting a lot of hits and just getting some good responses for that. So.
Brilliant. I see here from Colleen, hi FC, thank you very much for the valuable tips. This will go a long way in helping me with client service moving forward. Also appreciate the social media tips, awesome presentation. And then we have from Puleng here, very inspirational. By the way, welcome. It's the first time that Puleng is this evening on the call. Thank you very much. Thank you for being frank and for sharing. She writes here Miloska, but Miloska is actually FC. Miloska is the POC. Excellent.
Don't worry. Sitting there.
Thanks for the feedback. This is Miloska here in the background. So, any more questions? Going once? Going twice? You were too good, actually. Okay. If there are any questions, then please write it in the team chat. FC is on the team chat all the time, and we can continue. The call was recorded, so it will be later on our Level 10 Club page. For next Monday, I will be on the plane coming back from Madrid. So next Monday, we don't have a call, but then the following Monday again. FC, this was fabulous. I think we all learned a lot. I took a lot of notes. So thank you very much for that. And further, lots of success on your way to Active Supervisor. Thank you. And good evening for everybody. Bye.
Good evening, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, FC.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.